This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. Hi guys. Good morning and good evening. Welcome to a demo session on Selenium test automation. So guys, before starting the session, I just wanted to confirm on my voice. So is my voice clear? Can someone please confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And I hope my screen is also fine. I shared my screen which shows about a slide with Selenium test automation. Okay, yeah. Let's get started, guys. It's almost 9 minutes into the meeting. Before starting, right? So whenever you face any audio issues or a kind of video issues, please try to rejoin. Okay. So sometimes, not always, like sometimes it may issue with network or something. This go to meeting troubles. Okay. So please try to rejoin whenever you face any audio related issues or something you don't see my screen or something. Just quickly rejoin. It will be all right. Okay. Yeah, and one more request from my side before starting the session. Uh, Whenever you guys have any questions during this session, please note down, or else you can ping in the chat box. We have a chat box here in the GoTo meeting, so you can simply post your questions there. So I will be addressing all the questions at the end of the session. Okay, once whatever targeted for today, right? It's simple and high level Selenium test automation. So we'll once all the topics are discussed, I will address all your questions. Whenever you have any questions, please post in the chat box. Okay, and also you can ask you all your questions at the end of the session also. I will be leaving 5 to 10 minutes for just for Q&A. Okay, yeah. So let's get started. I see. Yeah, let's get started. Almost we are 10 minutes into the call. Yeah. So guys, before directly starting the session, just introduce myself, or let me give details about myself. So this is Ajay Karthik. So I have been working in IT industry almost for from past 15 years, guys. So total experience would be like 15 plus years, and I'm currently working as a test automation specialist for one of the top MNCs, and also from past 12 plus years. Actually, I was into Selenium test automation, and I have been working on this particular tool. Okay, Selenium tool for automating different applications and different kind of solutions. Okay, and I also have been uh, worked on different tools and have some hands-on experience on other tools like HP UFT and rest assured eggplant from test plant, which is an image based automation tool, and auto IT and some other lot of other tools also, some other integration tools also. Okay, and I have been training the uh, people from almost from 10 plus years, guys. So it's almost 70 plus batches I have completed so far with the training. Okay, yeah, so this is just brief about myself, and now let's get into actual today's session. Okay, so today's session is all about, I'm going to give some details about Selenium test automation, guys. So I know you guys, the people who are joined today, there are from uh, different technologies and also from different perspectives, like, so they are maybe from there, some of them are freshers, some of them are technical people who who knows some technology, and some are non-technical people also. I hope that's why I'm going to give some basic details about this Selenium test automation and testing and even automation. Okay, so before directly going into, or before directly start with Selenium or Selenium test automation, let's try to understand from very basics, guys. Let me just start with very basics, like what is an automation first. Okay, before directly going into test automation and Selenium and all, let's try to understand what is an automation. Okay, you know, right, these days Selenium, I mean, automation has become one of the most popular buzzword in the market. Anyone and even everyone is talking about automation. Even the most technology, I mean, even stakeholders or business stakeholders are willing to implement or adopt the automation into their product development or project development. So let us first try to understand what is this automation first. Okay, let me put it in very simple words, guys. So automation is nothing but it's a technique, or a script which we are going to develop, which will make sure a machine or a process or a functionality of an application to work on its own automatically with a little human intervention. Okay, that is what an automation. Automation is nothing but we are going to develop one technique or simple a script. Okay, so what that script will do, it will make a mission or a process or a functionality of an application to work on its own, to work on its own automatically with a little manual intervention or human intervention, because we need to run the script or we need to schedule the scripts. That's what we do. That's where we require a little human intervention. Otherwise, if you take a functionality of an application, that is nothing but, suppose you want to place an order in online shopping site website. Okay, like e-commerce websites like Amazon or Flipkart or whatever. Okay, so suppose if you take that functionality like placing an order, what are all different steps we follow? Basically, we will launch that application in the browser first, right? Whatever, even in mobile or desktop or laptop, whatever, wherever we launch the browser, and we'll go to that particular website, and we'll first search for particular item which you want to purchase, and you add that item to the shopping cart, and you add your address details and payment details, and finally you will check out or place that particular order. So these are the steps involved in that simple placing an order scenario, right? So what we do as part of automation, we will write a script or we will build a technique which will make sure performing all these steps on its own automatically, like opening the browser, launching the application, search for an item, adding to item to the shopping. All these steps will be performed automatically on its own by using that scripts. That is nothing but an automation, guys. So during that automation run, when we start that run, right, so it will simply start opening the browser, launching that application. It will start searching an item. All those steps, whatever instructions which we have provided, those will be executed step by step, one after other. That's what an automation. Okay. Now let's go into one step deeper. That is, let's try to understand what is test automation. Okay. When it comes to software testing industry or software testing, so let's try to understand what is test automation, and also we will also understand why do we need test automation or automation testing. First, let's try to understand what is test automation. So before understanding test automation, guys, so what is testing actually? Testing or software testing, right? So in simple words, testing or software testing is nothing but we are going to validate. We are going to validate and verify the application features are working fine or not. Okay, whatever application we are going to test, whatever web application or whatever application is, it can be Windows application, it can be any application. So as part of our testing, as part of our software testing, what we do, will do validation and verification. That's it. Okay. So validation is what? It's nothing but we are going to uh, check the functionality by suppose there is a button, okay, in the application. When I click on button, so it is going to open some new page or something. So we are going to validate whether that is actually happening or not. That is nothing but we are going to compare actual results which we see while running or while performing some actions against some expected results which we already set. Okay, that is what a testing is. In simple words, I just gave, but manual testing is a different thing. As part of manual testing, what we do, all these actions, all these validations and verifications, we will do manually. Okay, we will sit in front of the machine and we will perform all those things, and then we'll check whether our application is working fine or not, our application is stable or not. That's what we do under manual. The same thing when it comes to test automation, what we do, the same validation and verification we are going to perform, we are going to check by using any one of the automation tools available in the market. Okay, so test automation is nothing but using any automation tool. Okay, so we are going to automate the test cases which are available. Test cases are the test scenarios, and then we will execute or run them, and then also finally the ultimate goal is to compare the results. That is nothing but actual results versus expected results. That's what we do under test automation, guys. Okay, so then we already have manual testing in place, and people are able to validate and verify our application manually, and they are also making sure our application stable or not. So although we have manual testing in place, why do we need automation testing? Okay, so all these things are there. Still, why do I need automation testing? Let's let me just list out some of the benefits or the best features of automation testing, which made this automation testing more powerful and more important thing in the entire software development life cycle. Okay, so let's try to understand. First one is, if you have a automation testing in your application development or application testing, so it will save a lot of time, because automation testing we have something called, you can run the test cases in different missions, and also you can run the test cases in parallel also. So that's where suppose you have a huge number of test cases which will take care of your application stability, then you can run them in different missions at a time, so that it will save a lot of time. Suppose you have some 800 test cases or 1000 test cases. So to run or to validate all these test cases, manual testing team is going to take 2 to 3 days. Suppose if you have a automation testing in place, so you will run them in parallel in different missions, so that you can run those test cases within 4 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours. Basically, like that, you can save a lot of time, and cost will be reduced, because once the automation testing is in place, you can reduce the number of resources required for your automation testing or your manual testing. So that's where the number of resources can be reduced, so that cost effective it will be. And next thing is, it is obviously faster than the manual testing, yes, because manual in case of manual testing, we sit in front of the machine and perform the actions like and then validating. But in case of automation testing, once we trigger it and we'll leave the mission, and test cases will get executed in different missions and parallelly, and it is faster than the manual testing. Then the results which we get are more reliable, guys, because you will have a option in Selenium test automation to take a screenshot as well whenever any test case fails, and log messages will be there. You can check what actually happened during the execution. So the results which will provided by the test automation tools will be more reliable. And human intervention, it is not at all required during the test execution, guys. That is nothing but once you trigger it, once you run your automation scripts, and then during the automation execution happening, you don't need to sit in front of the machine, and you don't need to do anything manually. So it will take care of running all your test cases, and it will send and report once an entire automation execution is done. Okay, so that's what human intervention not at all required during your automation execution. Then it increases the efficiency. You can effectively test all your features, guys. And reusable test scripts, this is very important. So in automation testing, you can write one script and you can reuse that script n number of times. Suppose you have written one utility method for login to your application. Okay, so you have some 100 test cases. Suppose in all 100 test cases, first step would be login to your application. Okay, so in such cases, you don't need to write 100 times the same script like log into your application. You can write once and you can reuse that script n number of times. That is possible in test automation, which will save a lot of time as well. Then you can run n number of times, guys. Test frequency and thoroughly, whenever you want to run your automation script, you can run it in a day. You can run n number of times. Okay, you just need to run it and see. So that's what more cycles of execution can be achieved through automation. So today you want to run 3 4 times your automation script to make sure your application is stable or not, you can run, right? So because you just need to trigger it and leave it, that's it. It will take care of running and it will send the results back to us. But in case of manual testing, if at all you want to run multiple times, you have to sit in front of the machine. I mean, a team of manual testing team, like suppose 3 or 4 members sit in front of the machines and they have to validate the test cases. That's a tedious process and it will take a lot of time. And finally, because of all these automation things, you can release your product or project to the market early. So as part of today's trending technologies like agile and DevOps methodologies, so every stakeholder or business person, they want to release their they want to release their product features to the market as early as possible. So where this Selenium test automation or the test automation will really help in making the things faster, so that you can release your features of application or your applications to the market as early as possible. Okay, because of all these features are the advantages, so automation testing has been become one of the most popular thing in the software testing industry and also in the entire software development life cycle also, guys. Okay, so now let's go into our main topic, that is Selenium, guys. Okay, so test automation is nothing but using any particular automation tool, we are going to automate the applications or test cases, right? So now we are going to discuss about what is Selenium basically. Okay, so it's not a definition, guys. It's something like Selenium is basically one of the automation tools available in the market. There are n number of tools available in the market, guys, not only Selenium. So along with Selenium, there are 100 plus tools available in the market. Okay, so out of all these automation tools, why do we need to choose Selenium as our automation, our tool for our automation? Okay, let's try to understand. So one thing is Selenium is not just a single tool, guys. It is a suite of softwares which is basically designed to automate web application interactions. Okay, so to automate web application interactions, stressing this point: automate web application interactions, so that the script which we develop, which we written, can automatically perform the same interactions how the real user performs. Okay, how the real users clicks on a button, how the real users navigate to different pages, how the real users fill up the any form, right? Same way Selenium scripts also will perform the same interactions to the application. Okay, so that's what Selenium, guys. Selenium is a suite of softwares which is basically designed for automating the web application interactions. That means Selenium can only automate web applications. Okay, that is one of the limitations, but that's not a hard limitation. But 99% of the time, 99.9% of the applications which we see in our current world are web applications. Okay, so Selenium mainly focus on web application interactions. That is nothing, web application is nothing but a application which we open through browser using internet. That application called web application. Okay, so the script which we write, so those will perform the actions similarly how the real user perform the actions. Same way this Selenium also perform the same actions. So that means Selenium just aims to mimic the behavior of the real user, how the real user acts. Same way Selenium also acts, like by interacting with the elements of the web application. Like elements are nothing but here buttons, check boxes, radio buttons, select boxes or select drop downs, all these guys. Okay, pop-ups and all this, the elements, how the real user performs or interacts with those elements, Selenium also does the same. Okay, so as I mentioned, Selenium is not a single tool. It has total four different components. It has, one is Selenium RC, one of the initial versions of Selenium, Selenium 1.2 or Selenium RC or Selenium remote control. RC is nothing but remote control. Okay, and Selenium IDE is another browser add-on as part of Selenium tools, set of tools, and Selenium WebDriver is one of the most popular or most powerful among all these four of these components. Okay, and Selenium Grid another component which are available. Okay, so each tool is developed to meet the different needs of an organization, guys. So if I see Selenium RC, right, Selenium RC is the one of the oldest versions or oldest tools or components available in the Selenium. Nowadays we are not using and it's not there actually. Okay, they have deprecated the Selenium RC in the year of 2009, and they merged some of the features to the Selenium WebDriver, and they completely stopped supporting the Selenium RC. Okay, so Selenium RC is the first version of Selenium, guys. Then Selenium IDE, this is simple record and play back your actions. You can record your actions and play back your actions, guys. It's a plugin actually. It's not a complete solution. It's a simple plugin to your browser, Firefox, Chrome, and Edge browser, where you can simply record your actions and you can play them back. And it will take care of generating some script. Using that script, you can again play whatever you recorded. Okay, I will show you all these things in detail in our course, guys. First, I'm just giving some brief introduction to each one of them. And Selenium WebDriver next. Selenium WebDriver is one of the most popular among all four. This is one of the tools where it will take care of automating your web applications. It can directly talk to the browser and it can automate button clicks, radio buttons, checkboxes, and whatever application features you have, right? It can automate everything in the web application. And finally, Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid is one of the tools in the Selenium components, which is basically used for distribution testing. That is nothing but if you have huge number of test cases, say in case of Selenium Grid, you can configure a Selenium Grid so that it will take care of running your test cases in different missions. Okay, so that you can reduce a lot of time. And if at all you want to run your test case in remote mission, some virtual mission, then you can use Selenium Grid, guys. That is nothing but distribution automation. Let me quickly show how distribution automation works. Okay, I'm simply taking one block diagram. Let me open PowerPoint again. So just a moment. So in case of Selenium Grid, basically we will be having hub and node architecture. That is nothing but hub will be a mission where all your test cases will be there. Something like this. Just consider this as a hub. Okay. So it has total suppose 1000 test cases. We already automated 1000 test cases. Okay. And in Selenium Grid architecture, we will also configure something called some node missions, which are also virtual missions, guys. These are like Windows missions only. Just a moment. Suppose these are my node missions. Node 1. Th- So these are nothing but Windows based missions only, guys. Suppose I have total 4 node missions configured. Okay, let's see. Okay, so all these 4 node missions will be attached or will have a logical connection between hub and node mission, so that whenever I start executing my test cases from hub mission, suppose like this, there will be a logical connection between hub and node missions. So whenever I start executing my 1,000 test cases from hub mission, first Selenium grid will identify how many node missions are configured. Suppose this is node 2, okay, and this is node 3 and node 4. So total 4 node missions configured. Then it will take first 1,000 test cases and it will divide by number of node missions are configured. 1,000 by 4, that is nothing but 250. Then first chunk of 250 test cases, that is nothing but first set of 250 test cases will be passed or distributed to the first node mission. Similarly, second chunk or second set of 250 test cases will be send it to the node 2 missions, and third set will be send it to node 3, and fourth set to node 4. Okay, so this is how it distributes to the test cases from hub to node missions here, so that first set of 250 test cases will be executing node mission, second parallelly that too. Okay, parallelly second set of 250 test cases will be executing in node 3. Finally, after all the executions are done, it will send the results back to the hub mission. Okay, so actual execution will happen here, browser opening and uh, all everything will be executed here in the node missions. Hub is just for distributing the test cases, and it is a starting point actually. This is what happens in grid, guys. So don't worry, how to configure and all these things will be taken care in our regular class. So this is how Selenium uh, grid works. Okay, so now back to our this thing. So this is what we discussed. Next, so this is Selenium is a not a single tool, guys. It's a four combination of 4 components. So out of 4 components, we are going to learn 3 components. Anyway, Selenium RC is not there, but I will give some details about RC. But we are deeply learning Selenium IDE, WebDriver, and Grid. Okay. Next, why do we need to go for Selenium? Because as I mentioned, there are n number of tools available in the market. So still, why do I need to go for Selenium tool only? Okay, so there are some factors which made Selenium most popular and powerful tool in the software testing world. So let us try to see what are all the features. Okay, so one of them is Selenium is open source tool, guys. Okay, it's an open source tool, that is nothing but the source code of Selenium is open to all. So you don't need to purchase any license to use it. You don't need to use any trial version first and then commercial version, like not like that. You can directly go to Selenium official website and you can directly download the libraries which are required for Selenium and you can use it directly. Okay, and even you don't need to log into Selenium official website to download it. So there is even login is also not required. You don't need to create an account also there. You can simply go to that site and download. That flexible is Selenium. Okay, so that's open source. The source code is open to all. Anyone can start downloading it and they can start their automation journey without even a penny. Nothing, nothing, but you don't need to purchase any license also. So that's where Selenium has become one of the most popular tools, because stakeholders are the business people. They for them the tool cost will be zero, right? They can simply download and they can use it as part of their software testing, so that they don't need to spend any cost for tool. Okay, next thing is it supports multiple browsers, guys. That is nothing but whatever browsers available in the market, major browsers available in the market, it supports. That means you can run your automation test cases in Chrome browser or IE or Edge or Mozilla Firefox or Opera or even Apple iOS Safari machine also. Okay, Safari browser also, and it supports multiple programming language implementations. So generally, automation tool, it requires any one of the programming language support, guys. Like suppose if you take HP UFT, it requires VB script. Okay, so for Selenium, it's not like one language, guys. It supports multiple languages. That's what Selenium supports Java, C Sharp, that is nothing but .NET, Python, PHP, Node.js, or JavaScript. Okay, so it supports these many programming languages. If you are good at any one of them, like if you are good at Python or if you are good at Java, you can start your automation journey like Selenium with Java, something like that. Okay, so next, it supports multiple operating systems. You can run your automation scripts in Linux machine or Unix machine or Apple iOS machine also. Okay, so you can write in Windows based operating system your scripts, and you can run in different operating system machines, guys. That is possible, and it supports multiple frameworks. So whatever different frameworks available in the market, like unit testing frameworks or like TestNG or JUnit, or the automation frameworks like hybrid or keyword driven framework, it supports multiple frameworks. Next thing is, it has a larger user base and helping communities available, guys. That means, though it is a open source automation tool, okay, you will find a lot of blogs and lot of helping communities in the world to help you out whenever you stuck somewhere. So generally, for open source tool, there won't be any dedicated support team available, guys. In case of commercial or proprietary tools, you see there will be some dedicated team. Wherever you stuck somewhere, you can write to them. They will solve your questions or whatever, right? But in case of open source tool, there won't be any dedicated support team or thing won't be there like that. But in case of Selenium, there are a lot of users or lot of blogs, lot of helping communities are available in the world, which whenever you post something in Google, you will get lot of responses, guys. Okay, and finally, it's very simple to learn, very easy to learn, guys, and easy to adopt. Okay, so because Selenium WebDriver Max, it has some predefined classes and methods or interfaces. When if you are good at those things, you can start your automation journey using Selenium. Okay, so I will make sure it is very easy and easy to adopt also. Okay, yeah, now let's see how Selenium works, guys. I'm going to show one example here, how really Selenium works. That is nothing but how really Selenium opening the browser, how really Selenium launching the application, performing different actions and all those. I will run one script and show you now. Okay, I'm not going to develop a script now. It will take some time. So that's where I already have some script which was developed by using Selenium. That script I'm going to run and show you. Okay, so basically this is the scenario which I'm considering for that example. I'm going to launch a Chrome browser. I'm going to launch this application, sample application called wikipedia.org, and it has something like, let me show you. So I'm going to launch Chrome browser something like this, and I'm going to enter this wikipedia.org. In the home page, I have some search box. I have some drop down where I can select a language, and I have a icon, search icon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter some search key like India, and I'm going to select some language, and I'm going to click on search icon. So then it is going to different page where the details about India has been displayed. So what I'm going to read this text India from using automation script, and I'm going to validate that here India is displayed or not. And if the test is passed or failed, I'm going to close this browser. Okay, that is what we are going to automate. See, launching browser, launching website, enter search key in search box, selecting language and clicking on search icon, navigating to the next page, that is content page, and validating that header text India, and finally closing the browser. Okay, so to automate uh, any test case using Selenium, if you follow these 7 basic steps, guys, you can automate any kind of test case, whether it is a simple, complex, or medium level test case. Anything you can automate. First thing, you need to initiate the WebDriver. WebDriver is nothing but a Selenium WebDriver, which is a predefined interface available in the Selenium library, guys. Okay, we need to initiate WebDriver. That is nothing but it will take care of launching the browser. And next step, you need to launch your web page or web application. And third step, you are locating, you are going to find out the elements which you are going to interact. Okay, that is the buttons, text boxes, radio buttons, and all. And fourth step, you will perform the actions like entering some text into text box, selecting some option from the drop down, all those. And fifth step, we are going to anticipate browser response. Suppose after clicking on a button, what is happening, it is going to wait for some time. Okay, so it is going to take some time to show up something else. Then you need to anticipate that browser response, and you need to provide some script to wait for something also. Then sixth step, we are going to validate something and executing, and finally you are closing the test or closing your web driver. So these are the seven basic steps, guys. So I have already written a script to automate this. Let me show that. Okay, if you see, this is my Eclipse, which is an IDE for uh, Java development. Actually, I have developed this script by using Selenium with Java. Okay, if you see these four lines of code, just a moment. Okay, so first four lines of code are first three lines of code basically. So these are for initiating your Chrome, initiating your web driver. That is nothing but launching your Chrome browser, and this is where you are going to launch your application. And these three steps are three lines of code for locating your web elements are nothing but search text box, language drop down, and a button, that search icon. Okay, and these four steps or four or five steps or lines of code is for performing actions. I'm entering India into search box and selecting a language called English and clicking on search icon. Then I'm waiting for the next page to be navigated, and I'm waiting for the header text to be loaded. Okay. Then I'm reading this header text and validating, and finally I'm closing my browser. Okay, these are the seven steps which I followed here to automate that simple scenario. Okay, so now let me run and show you guys. Don't worry about the script, what is this. By the end of the course you will be able to write the scripts like this, guys. Okay, let me first run and show you. So when I run it, I'm just simply running as Java application. If you see in my laptop or my machine now, there is no Chrome browser opened. Okay, I closed my Chrome browser. So now when so it's there, yeah, let me close this. So now I'm running my test case, run as simple Java application. Let's see, guys. See, it is going to launch browser first. Just a moment. See, starting a Chrome driver, that is Chrome browser, maximizing. See, entering the Wikipedia URL, India English, clicked on search icon, navigating to the next page, validating and closing. See, that's what how quick it was, right? So that's how Selenium interacts with the web application. I'm running it again, guys. Let's see. So I'm running like again. So during execution, I'm not doing anything. I'm keeping my mouse aside, and then I'm just observing. See, I'm just running this, and I'm keeping my mouse in the status bar. I'm not touching it again. See, it is starting browser, launching, maximizing, entering that URL, and India English, clicked on search icon, navigating to this page, and validating and closing. See, that's how Selenium works, guys. Selenium can talk to browser, launching the browser, performing the actions, and validating something, and then finally concluding your test case or scenario. Got it? So that's how Selenium works. Now let's quickly discuss about other things, guys. So this is how Selenium works. And as I mentioned, right, Selenium can be easily integrated to any frameworks or any tools available in the market, guys. So here, if you see, Selenium can easily integrate to the test ng, which is open source testing frameworks for managing all your test cases, and it can easily integrate to Maven build tool, and it is easily integrated to Cucumber tool for BDD approach, and it can easily integrated to Apache POI for automating your Excel files or something, and it can easily integrate it any IDEs available in the market, Eclipse, IntelliJ IDEA, Visual Code or something, anything. Okay, and it can easily integrate JUnit also. So if you see, all these are listed here, right? These are open source tools available in the market. You don't need to purchase any license to use it. Okay, and also Selenium is one of the open source tools. You can easily integrate your Selenium with all these frameworks or tools, guys. Okay, and next, what are all different types of testings can be performed using Selenium? Okay, so the mainly Selenium is a functional automation tool, guys. Okay, it's a functional automation tool. That is nothing but you can you can automate functionality of your application. That is nothing but you can do or you can perform core functional testing, and you can perform GUI testing also. Nothing but graphical user interface or user interface testing, and database testing also can be done because Selenium can easily integrate with JDBC, that is nothing but Java database connectivity, and then you can automate or you can validate database things. Okay, UAT testing can be done, usability testing, and regression testing can be done, sanity or smoke testing can be done, cross browser testing can be done because Selenium supports multiple browsers. You can test browser compatibility using Selenium, and you can test end-to-end testing like from different systems, and you can automate end-to-end, and a little business process testing also can be done. Okay, so these are the different levels or different types of testings can be performed or uh, can be done by using Selenium, guys. Okay, so as I mentioned, core functional testing is the main feature of Selenium testing. Selenium also we will be using for functional test automation, moreover, and we can do database testing and all these also can be done. So more focus would be on functional testing. Next thing, so this course is designed with Selenium with Java, guys. That is nothing but, so we are going to learn Selenium by using a programming language called Java. So as I mentioned, Selenium supports multiple programming languages, right? So though Selenium supports multiple programming languages, why do I not need to go and use Selenium with only Java? Because so most of the people in our market, so they are using Selenium with Java. Whenever you stuck somewhere, you will get lot of support, guys. If you use Selenium with Java, you will get very good support in the Google. Whenever you stuck somewhere, you can post your questions, you will get lot of responses. And majority of users use Java in today's market, and Java is a platform independent language. That is nothing but you can run your Java code in any operating system. Okay, you can write in Windows based operating system your Java code, and you can execute in Linux or Unix or Apple iOS machines also. And the main advantage which we see is like, so 80% of the Selenium experts are preferred to use Selenium with Java because of advantages of Java, guys. So Java has a lot of advantages, so because of that most of the people are ready to use Selenium with Java. Okay, and then uh, eventually learning one programming language will help in your career development also, right? So as if you learn this course, you will also going to learn Java, Java concepts also, guys, that will help in your career. Okay, so that's where we opted or we chose Selenium with Java because of these advantages. Okay, next quick thing. So generally, the people who are coming from the non-technical background or who are from freshers or who are from non-IT background, they think learning Java is very difficult or it's very huge or it will take lot of months to learn Java. Okay, but don't worry, guys. So we are not going to learn entire Java here, and we don't require actually. We don't require to learn the entire Java concepts, all the Java concepts for our Selenium test automation. Okay, because Selenium test automation just needs only core concepts of Java. You don't need advanced concepts like JSPs, Spring Boot, struts or something, whatever, blah blah blah. Those are not at all required for our Selenium test automation. We just need only core concepts of Java. If you are good at core concepts of Java, that's enough. Okay, so that is also not going to take 10 to 15 classes or 10 classes. If you are 10 days if you spent on learning core Java, that's enough, guys. Okay, and I am going to take care of teaching you core Java concepts also as part of Selenium course, guys. It's not just Selenium. I'm going to make sure you are good at core Java concepts also. Without that, you cannot automate anything using Selenium directly. Okay, so that's what I mentioned. I just listed out some of the topics which are required for Selenium test automation, guys. Like you need to understand object oriented concepts of Selenium, sorry, Java, like what is class, what is object, how to create an object, what is encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. These concepts are must for our Selenium test automation. And the basic control statements, that is nothing but if conditions, if else, switch case statements are required, because Selenium or automation or manual testing is nothing but validating something, that is nothing but if you click on this, whether this is happening or not. That means you should understand how the if conditions are written, how the switch case statements are used. Okay, and basic iterative or looping statements are required, while loop, do while, for each loop, and all this. And also you need arrays concepts, how to group the elements and all. And you need string class with methods, how the string can be manipulated and all. And finally exception handling is one of the most important thing. And Java collection framework is one of the important topics to be learned as part of Selenium Java. And Java IO concepts, nothing but how to read the text from any particular file, how to write the data back to file. All these file IO concepts you should learn. And finally database concepts, how to connect to the database, and all these also you should require to learn. Okay, if you are good at these 7 to 8 topics in core Java, so those are enough, guys. You don't need to worry about other topics of Java, because Java is not a single simple or simple thing, guys. It's a huge, it's a vast topic. You have to, it will take almost 6 to 8 months to learn entire Java ideally. But for us, for our Selenium test automation, we don't need to worry. We just required only the basic core Java concepts which are done. Okay. Yeah. So that's all about Selenium and Java for today, guys. So in another 5 minutes, I'm just going to show you some metrics or some surveys about Selenium, how Selenium became more popular and all. So then I will leave you for any questions or concerns. Yes, okay, so I just gathered some information about Selenium job trends or Selenium tool level metrics and all, and I put together here. Okay, if you see the job trends from the year 2005 to 2021, it's been increasing, right? So Selenium contract or permanent level jobs are, if you see the spike, it is increasing year by year. Okay, that's where, so Selenium is a required software technology skill for software testing people, so which will help in your career growth also. Okay, next, if you compare Selenium with other tools available in the market, Selenium has occupied 52% of the market share here. And if you compare Selenium with one of the most oldest tool available in the market, QTP or AFT, 76% of the market share has been occupied by Selenium, and only 24% of the share occupied by QTP, okay, or UFT. And if you see, this is another interesting survey. They also told like Selenium has been occupied 28% of the market share among all other software tools or software testing tools available in the market. Okay. And next, this is another interesting survey which was done by one of the company called Enlift, guys. So this tells about in the entire world, okay, how many companies are using Selenium. If you see 78,000 921 companies in the market in the entire world are using Selenium as part of their test automation, which is nothing but which is equivalent to 27.35% of the market share. Okay, so let me go to that site. I will show you other interesting metrics. So if you see Enlift, right? And you can just search by Enlift Selenium. See companies using Selenium and its market share. So from here only I captured this. See 70 to 8,921. And if you go like view other alternate products or something, if you see here, This is entire all the software testing tools thing. Okay, out of which Selenium has been occupied 27%. Okay, and then rest of the tools. Okay, if you see here, see these are the different tools available in the market, guys. HP UFT, Selenium, Quality Center, or uh, Cucumber, or Cypress, or IBM IFT, IBM RFT, all these. Okay, if you among see, Selenium has been used by these many companies, and this is the market share. Like that, you can see they have given the metrics about all these. Okay, so this is how Selenium has become one of the most popular tools available in the market, guys. Okay, next. So what are different? Just 5 more minutes, guys. I think I'm done almost. I'm just giving some more details. So what are different roles, job roles, and responsibilities? Generally, you will see for automation engineers. Okay, so generally you will see automation engineers. It's a very basic or freshers. We generally give a job role like automation engineers, or simply a tester, or then senior quality engineer. In case of mobile testing lead, and Java Selenium automation engineers, test analyst, test senior QA engineers, or test technical test leads, or test leads like that, and SDETs, software development test engineers, like that. Different roles will be there in different companies, guys. These roles will vary from one company to other company. Okay, next thing, who are the target audience for this course, guys? Who can learn actually? Okay, so basically any manual testing person who has been working on manual testing, they can learn this uh, course, which will really help him in his career growth. So, and automation engineers who are good at other automation tools, they can learn this. And automation or QA leads can learn, QA managers can learn, and freshers can learn, and developers also they can learn, and they can switch to their career from development to testing. Okay, and for who have from IT background, they can learn, and non-IT background people also can learn, but they have to do some homework before start learning this. Okay, so these are the target audience which I can say. It's not like only IT background people can learn, guys. Non-IT background people also can learn, but only thing is they have to spend some uh, time on manual testing and software testing and all. So once they are done, they can start learning this Selenium test automation. Okay, so what are the benefits which you get by learning this course, guys? But by the end of the course, what are you going to achieve, or what are you going to get it, right? So actually, all the concepts will be explained in a real-time scenario, guys. So I will take all the real-time examples during the entire course, and I will write the script. I will execute the script and show you how it is really working, and all the examples will be a real-time examples I will be taking, and all the source code files which I have used or written as part of course will be shared across with you at the end of the course. If you see, as part of my previous batch, so these many projects I created: core Java, sample Maven project, Java advanced, and if you see inside, if you go, so these many classes and these many examples I have uh, created, I have explained with these many examples, all this. So all these projects or source code files will be shared with you, guys. Okay, all these projects will be shared with you through an email or some drive by zipping all these and then sharing. So that after the course also, after the course is completed also, you can refer back all these files once again, with everything will be there, all the examples will be there, guys. That is another thing which I can uh, give a guarantee. And next thing, uh, daily classes will be recorded, guys. That videos will be shared by the end of the day daily. And then just start the classes, guys. I will share some assignments a- at every weekend, so that you guys can practice and you can gain some hands-on experience. And materials will be shared at the end of the course, and resumes across different experience levels will be shared at the end of the course. And one sample dedicated automation framework which we developed during the uh, course will be shared with you. And finally, I will share some interview questions like 100 commonly asked real time questions also will be sharing, and 50 core Java questions also will be sharing, guys. Okay, so these are all the things which you will get at the end of the course. Okay, a course duration and course device contents. So it's all about, just a moment, let me open my course contents. Just a moment. Yeah. See, I divided entire course into four phases, guys. One is introduction phase, other one is core Java phase, and core Selenium phase, and finally advanced Selenium phase. Okay. Total, it is going to take 30 to 34 working days. Okay, 30 to 34 working days, and which will take care of, I mean, I will take care of all these concepts. Yes, I will be sharing this with you. I mean, career IT team, they will be sharing this all course content today itself to you. Okay, so you can go through all these what are all topics which we are going to learn. And as part of advanced topics also, we are going to, I am going to teach you TestNG and Apache PY for Excel automation, and Selenium Grid, and how to design and develop automation frameworks from scratch, and BDD Cucumber we will be learning, and Maven Java build tool we are going to learn, Git repository tool we are going to learn, Jenkins CI/CD tool we are going to learn. Okay, apart from Selenium, we are going to learn other tools which are required for our Selenium test automation. I am going to teach you as part of course, guys. It's not just Selenium. I am going to teach you Java, and also these many different tools integrations. Okay, yeah. So that's all, like it's going to take 30 to 34 working days, guys. Okay, yeah, that's all from my side for today, guys. I think I'm done from my side, so I'm just leaving to you for any questions or answers. Let me check, is there any? Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, either you can post on chat box, or else you can simply unmute and talk to me directly. Whichever works, you can take that. Any questions, not only related to Selenium or whatever topics I touched today, any questions you can. Yes, Ramesh, you can unmute yourself and then talk.
So my graduation 2017 completed. It
Okay.
is it is how it is possible, sir? A career gap also
2017.
is there.
Yeah. Did you do any IT job during that time? I mean, 17
Currently working
to,
in Arabindo
oh,
Pharma.
pharma. Okay, okay,
It
okay.
is second year running.
Okay, okay. No issues. Only thing is, what is your graduation? Is it a BTech or is it a,
Become computer, sir.
BCom computers, right? Okay. So at least computers is there, right? You have some knowledge on computers and software, right? So only thing is, the gap can be taken care by providing some experience in something, some different IT industry that can be handled. But only thing is, you have to learn uh, uh, basic things about software testing and software life cycle and software development life cycle before start this, right? So because you haven't been in touch with software or IT industry since a long time, like 2023 17 means almost 6 years or 7 years, right? So that's where it is
Right.
possible. Only thing is you have to do some lot of homework first initially from course wise, then gap can be filled, I think. So whatever 2 years you are working on Arabindo Pharma, right? You can mention
Oh,
you worked in some company called some IT company, and then you can take that experience and then you can uh, uh, apply for jobs, no issues.
sir, any background verification is there, so how can find it?
uh, will be there, but that's all about handling the things actually, like uh, there are some consultancies available, but I'm not sure who will be helpful. But there are people who through like that they But if you have a technical knowledge, right? So background verification anyway, they will take care the consultancies and all. But once you go inside into the company, so it's all about you, like, so how do you manage your things, and also if you are strong at technical, so you can survive actually. That's what. So all these things are technical, I mean background verifications and all. So there are consultancies available in the market, they will help you out.
Okay. Okay, thank
Okay,
you,
you
sir.
can talk to team, they will help you in the these things also, they will provide some information about all those. No issues. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions, Ramesh, or okay, fine. And I got one more question in the chat. Would you be providing test environment for practice? Yes. So actually, as part of our course, right, the test environment is nothing but, so I will be giving some assignments every week, so you can practice them. And also at the end of the course we will be giving one automation framework, by using that you can automate any application. And also test environment is nothing but, I hope we are going to use real time uh, applications only. Suppose this wikipedia.org or Amazon sites or something, all these real time websites I will take, and then I will show you how to automate them. You can use them, and then use them, and then you can also automate from uh, your local machine. Actually environment is nothing but this Eclipse and all installations and all those I will be sharing. So you can also set up everything in your local machine, all this Eclipse and Java to be installed, Selenium to be installed, everything. So that once everything is set up, then you can write scripts on your own. Okay, that's what I will show you everything step by step how to get started with Selenium automation. Yep. Any other questions, guys? Okay. And like Ramesh asked, right, who are coming from the non-IT background or non-testing background, right? And manual testing wise, I will provide some material, guys. I have some tutorials and some materials. So I will be providing once our course started, so that so you can brush up or you can go through those things and get ready for this Selenium automation. Because so you just first you need to understand how the software testing works basically, right? So that you need to understand. So for that, so manual testing wise and software testing concept, I will be providing some material with you. I will be sharing those links and some PDF documents and some books, all those. So you can go through those that, so who are coming from the non software testing or non IT background, so those will really help you to understand the things first, then you can get into the Selenium test automation. Yep. Anything else, guys? Any questions? Other questions? Okay, fine. If there are no questions, I think even if you have any questions, you can reach out to Career IT team. So they will post your questions to me. I can answer them. Okay, anytime. And also after course is also done, after the course complete course is done, I will be providing my WhatsApp number, so that if you have any doubts or any questions not only related to Selenium, anything related to software testing or automation, you can feel free to reach out to me even after the course. Okay. Yep. Okay then. Yeah, thank you guys, thanks for your time today. So I mean, career IT team will reach out to you for further communications. Okay. Yep. Thank you all. Thanks for your
Thank you,
time,
sir.
guys. Thank you.